Hello, my friends. I thought I'd follow up real quick here and throw out some more honesty and something more revolving around what happened with me and my friend here over a week ago or so, not too long ago. So, first of all, I have been self-medicating, they call it, but I've been telling my doctors for many months now that on occasion I've been using Ritalin to control my you see, I multitask all the time. I'm multitasking. I've always had a very hard time paying attention for longer than a couple seconds. And I always have a hard time sitting down like I am right now. This is challenging to me, believe it or not, just to sit still and only talk. Um, so that's what Ritalin does to me. And sometimes I need that to sit me on my ass and stop babbling and talking because I talk forever and stop doing everything and spilling everything over yourself and being so neurotic looking for things all the time. So it helps me. I'm talking to my doctors about it at least, and for now we don't want to add it to my prescription, so it doesn't seem to make complete sense just yet. And also, I want to say that I've picked up on smoking cigarettes a little bit, but it only is a couple a day, really. So it's not a big deal yet. And of course, I still drink my coffee. But those are my little tiny habits. Now, a friend popped by, and turned out he was on a binge on meth and cocaine, on his drugs of choice, which was uppers. And he came by, and I got really worried about him. I right away offered him my company, my place. I also advocated myself for him and told him that please only use when I am around or in front of me, which was extremely hard for me after 6 years of not using. It was very hard. There was moments where I had asked him even to stop and wait, and I had been thinking in my head, and then I'd always come to a conclusion: no, it's better that I am around and that he is here using in front of me because I can save his life. I know I can. Than sending him out the door and saying, no, sorry, this is not allowed in my house. I can't have it. There's no way I was going to say that to my dear friend, and probably to anyone. And so I was undergoing some unconsciously, subconsciously, undergoing some trauma there, while I was contemplating and or watching him shooting it into his arm slowly so that he wouldn't overdose as well. So we're using different techniques. One of them was injecting slowly, um, because for some reason he didn't want to use the test strips. There was a big commotion and confusion and overall, in order to keep up with the fella, I had to do actually Ritalin to stay up and drink a lot of coffee, but I kept also feeding both of us multivitamins and supplements and electrolytes and vitamin D13 and vitamin C. I've been doing a lot of that and making a lot of herbal teas and making sure he downs his liquids at least and even some food. So I had made a conscious choice to accommodate this friend, and I even went out into the field and got him clean gear, which he badly needed because I was not going to watch him be, you know, it's not high. It's very bad for hygienes and for your personal health to use used, you know. Um, Gear because it simply is it can it can cause infections and bacterial infections and all kinds of things, so that we know for many years, as we know it causes STDs and blah blah blah, so on. So I proceeded to provide him with proper clean gear, and I made sure he was always watched and monitored. And when finally the way it ended was quite strange, because he had left my premises to hang out with another fellow who was also helping out throughout this week, that week, and it turned out that my fella who was having just a slip up, because he's okay now, and his woman and his friends are around him, and he's doing okay from what I hear. I love you, man. um, but the way it ended up, he called me and asked me, you know, from himself in his words, to please call the 911, because he was not able to trust himself to drive any further, or he thought he would OD or have a heart outburst of some kind. I don't know what people experience when they OD on uppers, because you know, I'm a downer vet, you know. So I used to always deal and with reviving people overdosing on opiates way before naloxone kits and those things, decades before that. But I guess you could just lose your mind, or your heart could give out when you're ODing on uppers. Either way, I think I did the right thing, even though I put myself in harm's way, and I put myself in cravings and way, and I could have relapsed. But I'll tell you, the experience was traumatic. I didn't know that it was traumatic until a few days after, when I got to really think about it. And don't worry, buddy, it's nothing. I think it is our duty to be there when our help is requested and needed, just like others have been there for me, you know. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here with you today if people wouldn't go out of their way to help me in the past. So, what can I do? Say no? Of course, I'm saying yes. I love you all. Please be careful. It's really dangerous times. Just before I end, though, I want to say one more thing. You know, it's spring, pretty much summer out here in BC. I'll just show you a little bit. Try and get out for walks with people like your friends or family or your pet, and just try to do that. Try to be in the moment with someone you care about. You know, look how beautiful it is, and it's all for you. In a way, we are doomed and possessed, you know, with this crazy past, you know, that's on our backs, you know. But in another way, it has made us so much stronger. And remember to never ever give up. Enjoy nature for now. Throughout these months, at least, let's enjoy the green. Peace.